How y'all doing? This is Rob Burnham, aka Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91. This time I'm reviewing Highlander Season 1, Episode 12. What happens on this week's episode is Tess meets this woman named Anne, and she's an old painter or whatever, and she goes out to this bridge, and Tess sees this man fighting with her, and she looks away for 1 second, and then Anne's disappeared. So Tess is obsessed with trying to find out what happened to Anne. She goes to the police, and the police don't believe her at first because they couldn't find the body, and then they finally find the body. So the police put Tess in witness protection. Well, little does Tess know that the chief of the police is an immortal, and he's the one that killed Anne because his ex girlfriend or whatever, and she was threatening to expose him as an immortal to the whole world. And Duncan's been on his trail this whole episode because whenever two immortals are in the same proximity, they can sense each other. And the police chief shows up at the antique shop, and then Duncan fights him off, and he runs off. Well, what happens is after Tess gets in witness protection, the police chief puts a bomb on the gas line of this house. And Duncan follows in to find out where Tess is going to be held at, and then he sees the police chief doing this, and he goes and tells the detective that they need to get out right now because there's a bomb about to explode, and he gets Tess and the cops out of there, and the house explodes. Well, after this, Duncan calls the police chief and tells them to meet at this auditorium or whatever. And him and the police chief, who's immortal, had their final fight at the end of the episode, and Duncan's able to kill the police chief and take his power and the Quaternion and get all his power and knowledge. And after this, the detective found out that the police chief is the one that killed Anne and all this stuff. And that's all that really happened on this week's episode. My question for y'all is, now that Duncan's gotten more powerful, what's going to happen with that? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, DG's also to spend an episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.